But I didn't primarily do this for weight management. I did it because I care about longevity, vitality, and energy, and particularly getting rid of sugar cravings. Ready to embark on a journey of boundless creativity, purpose, and adventure as an artistic soul? Hey, I'm Lara Bianca-Pilcher. I'm passionate about empowering artists like you to live out your creative dreams and nurture yourself at the core of your artistic journey. Let's explore the art of vibrant living and creative expression. As an artist, actor, writer, and showbiz educator with over 20 years of experience in the arts and entertainment industry across the globe, London, Australia, and now Atlanta, USA, I'm here to guide you through the mess and magic of this ever-evolving creative life. From performing on TV, film, and stage to roles both on and off stage, my journey in the arts has woven a diverse tapestry of experiences. This positions me to help you navigate the path to unlocking the full potential of your artistic soul. Alongside my auditions, submissions, and industry hustles, I've had the privilege of educating artists and living a joyful marriage with 2 wonderful kids. Expect genuine conversations from real-life lessons, struggles, and triumphs that have shaped my journey. It's a journey I'm excited to share with you. This is your masterclass in how to craft a fulfilling, vibrant, and art-filled life. Get ready for the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, your key to unlocking the full potential of your artistic soul. Stay tuned for enlightening conversations, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will elevate your purpose, adventure, and creativity. Let's go. Welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, where we explore the secrets to a healthier, wealthier, happier, wiser you artistic soul. I'm Lara, your guide on this journey towards total well-being, and I want to share with you 5 secrets to beat evening sugar cravings. Quick disclaimer, I am not a health professional when it comes to food. This is my testimony based on the research that I have done through many, many links. You can find those in the show notes for this episode and see the wealth of resources that I provided for you to do the research for yourself. Particularly if you're somebody like me, and please go back and listen to the episode that I share with body image issues for performers, because I have had those. So if you're someone who struggles with disordered eating, please don't take this as health advice. Make sure you speak to an expert. All right, disclaimer over. Before I dive into my discoveries, have you ever wondered how to beat those pesky sugar cravings? For me, in the evening, and they derailed my health goals for a really long time. I've been on a quest to find the secret to a happier, healthier me, just like many of us, and recently I ventured into intermittent fasting and a keto style of eating. And I'll explain why I say style, because I don't believe in being rigid at all anymore, not after what I went through in my past. So the results have left me really astounded. So through this episode, I'll be sharing my personal journey and answering key questions like how to curb those relentless sugar cravings that strike in the evening, what sets intermittent fasting and ketobiotic eating apart from traditional diets? Are there versatile fasting protocols that suit your lifestyle? How does the ketobiotic diet transform your body's energy source? Can these practices help with weight management and overall health? And what surprising benefits can fasting bring, from reversing type 2 diabetes to reducing anxiety? If you've been struggling with evening or any time of day sugar cravings, or are seeking holistic approach to health beyond traditional diets, join me on this journey of discovery. And it is a discovery journey. I don't know that we ever arrive, because research is always changing and evolving. So always keep an open mind and keep doing the research for yourself. But intermittent fasting and a balanced ketobiotic style may hold the answers that you've sought. The results may change your life in ways that you never thought possible. Okay, number 1 of my 5 discoveries and secrets. Have you explored a lot of health regimes? Because I have. And I initially, as a result of that, approached intermittent fasting and the whole keto thing with a lot of caution. Despite hearing about potential benefits such as weight management, improved mental clarity, and increased energy, it wasn't until I embraced these methods that I truly grasped their remarkable impact on overall well-being. I grew up with the mindset that fat is bad and carbs are in. That was what I grew up with, following the traditional food pyramid that placed fats and oils at the smallest apex, made transitioning to even including an avocado a significant change for me. This shift in what's considered healthy food has installed a really deep-seated mistrust in me towards the so-called experts and their guidance on what constitutes healthy eating. However, a lot of research has been conducted since that period, and I have been diving headfirst into it. Number 2, the power of intermittent fasting. This isn't about prolonged starvation or going without food for extended periods. Given my history with eating disorders stemming from my extensive dance career, I was acutely aware of triggering any disordered eating behaviors through allowing starvation mode. Thus, my venture into intermittent fasting commenced with a manageable 13-hour fasting window, and I did this for 2 weeks. This routine was straightforward. Once I finished my last meal at the end of the day, I took off on a 13-hour period. For me, this adjustment meant saying goodbye to late-night snacking, a habit that plagued me for a really long time. Typically, I'd conclude my evening meal around 5:30 and break my fast 13 hours later at breakfast. Weight loss wasn't my primary goal. Instead, I aimed to give my gut a rest and facilitate my body's self-healing process. Refer to the abundance of research cited at the conclusion of this episode in the show notes. Throughout many of these 13-hour nights, I didn't drastically alter my daily eating patterns. I tried to be healthy, but I didn't follow anything in particular. But I took deliberate, gradual steps to look at the results and install lasting habit changes. What intrigued me most was the science underpinning intermittent fasting, diverging from conventional fad diets. Now, unlike a lot of eating styles that focus on what you eat, intermittent fasting revolves around when you eat. The crucial distinction sets it apart from numerous diets that often lead to dissatisfaction and deprivation. Back in the day, food wasn't as easy as click your fingers, Uber Eats is here. It didn't appear on your table that fast. It took time to prepare, and there were longer breaks between meals. Unlike today's global food accessibility, sparked by post-World War I developments and the rise of larger food organizations, thanks to these changes, it seems that many of us have become experts at munching our way through every waking hour. Thank you, modern food accessibility. Let's go into 3, the ketobiotic style connection. So my journey extended beyond the initial 13-hour fasting phase. After those first 2 weeks, I aimed for more, and I ventured into Dr. Mindy's 30-day intermittent fasting protocol. From her book, Fast Like a Girl. I've put the links in the show notes. It's available in my Fitness and Besties collection on the Healthy Wealthy Wise Artist Amazon storefront. Now, this plan, focusing on metabolic switching, suited my body's requirements. Additionally, I adopted a Mediterranean style diet inspired by the dietary habits of the long-living individuals in the blue zones. This is places that have a lot of people that live to 100 with a really great quality of life. Hashtag biohacking. I want to know how to do it. Yes, please. Combining this with a flexible keto approach because I don't like rigidity, I embraced a style of ketobiotic as coined by Dr. Mindy. This diet and this method considers women's hormonal fluctuations and good gut bacteria, customizing your diet to meet your monthly nutritional needs. And I don't believe there's a one-size-fits-all, but these guidelines can significantly contribute to a healthier, clearer mind and increased energy levels. I can't believe how good I feel, and it's been a while that I've been doing this now. So this approach also considers the ideal times for fasting and fasting based on women's hormonal cycles. Now, if you're a man that's listening, don't be put off. You can fast anytime apparently because you don't go through all of the complex hormonal changes that women do in the month. But it's important for me because I watch my husband, and the results of the two of us doing things is completely different. And until this time, I've not heard of somebody really address that like Dr. Mindy has. So I choose to combine elements of the Mediterranean diet and ketobiotic diets to create a balanced and health-boosting plan. The core idea behind keto aspect of this eating style is transforming your body's primary energy system. Now, if you go back and listen to the episode with Stephen Murphy, The Art of Healthy Eating, he talks about the types of food that our body needs, and one of those things we don't need a lot of for survival is carbohydrates, according to him and according to a lot of people in research. By significantly reducing carbohydrate intake and increasing the consumption of healthy fats are things like olive oil and avocado, your body can enter a state of ketosis. In this state, it burns fat for fuel rather than relying on glucose. However, it doesn't mean consuming more calories than you need, because they still matter. Wisdom is still needed. But I didn't primarily do this for weight management. I did it because I care about longevity, vitality, and energy, and particularly getting rid of sugar cravings. The results I experienced while following Ketobiotic and doing intermittent fasting were nothing short of astonishing. I did have weight loss. I did have more mental clarity, and I had this newfound sense of vitality, this mental sharpness. It was eye-opening to learn that when your body makes ketones, it also produces the calming GABA, G-A-B-A, which can significantly impact your overall well-being. And I do feel amazing. So if you want to look at that, look at the articles in the show notes. You can read about GABA and what it is. Number 4, surprising sugar discoveries. So I used to grapple with overwhelming nightly sugar cravings, leaving me to feel helpless, just ridiculously helpless at times. And despite eating well throughout the day, a relentless need for sugar would hit me each evening, and I tried various approaches like sheer white-knuckling willpower, incorporating healthier sweeteners and other coping strategies, but nothing seemed to conquer the cravings. It wasn't until I made a fundamental change in my diet by eliminating foods that caused sharp spikes in my blood sugar that I found a solution. Instead of succumbing to sugar, I learned to satisfy my cravings with healthy fats, like enjoying a spoonful of almond butter, and the cravings are now gone, and eating sugar at night is ancient history. I get the odd craving once a month, but it's nothing like what I was experiencing. Now, how did I measure results? Well, a tool in my journey to track foods that affected my blood sugar was a blood sugar monitor. These are commonly used by diabetics. But despite not being diabetic, I'm committed to preventing it, and it's truly remarkable to have access to such tools at home in this day and age. You can find the product I use in my Healthy Wealthy Wise Amazon store in the show notes. It's called the Keto Mojo Monitor. This device is brilliant. It measures your blood glucose and ketone levels. Surprisingly, I discovered that certain foods that I was eating a lot of that I thought were really healthy were causing my blood sugar to spike into concerning and even pre-diabetic ranges. This insight has enabled me to keep my blood sugar glucose levels within an optimal range and avoid this roller coaster of spikes and crashes, which is often why we get these overwhelming sugar cravings. I was told, as I read Fast Like a Girl, Dr. Mindy's book, that those sugar cravings would disappear as a result of intermittent fasting and doing ketobiotic. They did. I couldn't believe it because I thought I would have to measure that for myself. Nothing's ever worked, but they did. These practices that I'm talking about have been studied so much and consistently showcased many health benefits, from their potential to prevent and reverse type 2 diabetes to safeguarding heart health. The scientific evidence behind these approaches is really compelling. Furthermore, intermittent fasting can remarkably trigger autophagy, a cellular recycling process that helps clear your body of damaged cells, contributing to overall health. And it doesn't stop at physical well-being. Fasting can also positively impact mental health, potentially alleviating your anxiety and providing a cognitive boost that's often underestimated. And I want to stress that Dr. Mindy's fasting 30-day plan that I'm talking about did not have us go more than 24 hours without food. That was actually really easy because I could finish eating, say, 4:30 on Thursday afternoon, and then I could eat again 4:30 on Friday afternoon. So a lot of the fast was done by sleeping. And this approach is just fantastic because it really does give you a break from all of the constant consumption of calories and food, letting those healing effects kick in. Now, reflecting on my journey into intermittent fasting and a ketobiotic style, just want to stress there's a difference between ketogenic and ketobiotic. And again, it's really about gut health and people with really poor health. And they've noticed through that all of these other health benefits. So I want to say they're powerful tools that empower you to control your health and your well-being. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about nourishing your body at the right time and with the right nutrients. If you opt for a keto diet, heed the warnings against excessive consumption of unhealthy saturated fats, an area doctors advise can lead to health issues. Instead, incorporate healthy fats, like I said, avocado, olive oil, those sorts of things. So suppose you've been searching for a holistic approach to health beyond traditional diets. In that case, I encourage you to explore the world of intermittent fasting and ketobiotic eating under the guidance of these books, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy and Essential Ketogenic Mediterranean Diet Cookbook. I've featured a lot of this on my Instagram. It's by Holly Devine, a registered dietitian. Now, these practices possess the potential to astonish and revolutionize your life as they did for me. The journey is an adventure, and the results might just put the brakes on your chocolate gobbling as if it's suddenly gone out of vogue, particularly in the evening. Anyway, friends, with you on the journey, and if you need extra help or coaching, check out laurabiancapilcher.com. Come to my Instagram feed, drop me a note to tell me if you've tried this or you know things about it. I would love to hear from you. I'm on a journey. I'm still learning. But if you've got something you want to share, I'd love to hear it. All right, friends, until next time. Phew, today's masterclass is done. I love reaching back and saying, I've done this, and helping you learn the easy way. If you want more, head to laurabiancapilcher.com for show notes, links, freebies, my blog, coaching and courses, and you can also head to my socials, Laura Bianca Pilcher on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest. Thanks again for listening. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. That would mean the world to me. And of course, keep on living the healthy, wealthy, wise artist living towards your dream life. Bye, friends. P.S. Shout out to my hottie hubby, Andrew Pilcher, who does all the editing on this podcast.